All right, so I'm down to 191.4 this week, so down 4 pounds from last week. Last week I talked about several different things that I felt like were gonna be game changers for me, especially about the self-image. This week I got to put it to the test, and I think it's really kind of just changing everything for me. That's where I think I'm seeing the most success. My diet has been perfect. Of course, for me, that means like small portion sizes, once or twice a day. My diet ended up exactly where I wanted it to be. When I look back at past times that I've lost weight, I actually did change my self-image before the weight came off. I think this is why we see all these weight loss success stories, and it's like, well, what'd you do? Well, everybody changes their diet. Everybody has a different diet that works for them. But what was it? What's like the common denominator between all of these weight loss success stories? There's always some sort of external force that forces a person to see themselves differently. It's always after a breakup, some big life event, something happens that forces us to like sit down and take inventory of our life and kind of just like rearrange everything and start seeing everything a little bit differently. I have to go in and manually figure out how to do this self-image change, and I think that's the secret sauce that I've been looking for all of these years. This is the one. I think this is it. I think what has held me back, every time I see someone who's fit and looks really great on social media, I kind of look at them with admiration. Like, man, they've got all their ducks in a row. Like, they're able to like not overeat, they stay away from too much pizza, they stay away from too much french fries, like they've got their stuff together. Like, why can't I do it for myself? I think that is an untrue statement. I think that's an untrue assumption for me to make, because we all have our issues. We all have things we're trying to learn. We all are constantly making mistakes. That's how we grow and progress through life. And I think having that picture of being in shape does not match real life. Our subconscious basically runs the show, whether we realize it or not. It's like driving home. Sometimes you get home, you don't even remember how you got home because it's automatic, it's already playing. And actually, he said that your self-image will set the boundaries for what you can or cannot achieve. We can only achieve what we believe we can achieve. That's why, people are always like, believe in yourself, yada, yada. But it's like a psychology, legit brain thing. It's a legit, like the way our minds work. Our subconscious is really what's running the show. So if we really don't believe we can do something, if we really don't believe we deserve something, we will try and try, but we won't ever actually get it done. It's like trying to use a screw when we need a hammer. We don't even realize it, but it's holding us back. I think what my problem has been is I've been in this negative self-image loop. I don't like the way the outer shell looks. And I think it's easy for us to shame ourselves and punish ourselves internally, trying to like motivate us. Like, we're trying to talk down to ourselves just so we can get so angry that we'll actually take action. But like, the subconscious mind runs everything. So if we're talking down to ourselves, then it's kind of hard to really like ourselves. The subconscious program that's running in the back of our mind is a negative self-image. So if we don't like the inside, how can we like the outside? The outer shell is a reflection of the inner shell. I really believe that. What I think I did this week is I started to flip the script to really like the inside so that I can, start liking the outside. So what I've done this week was really kind of change the image of being fit in my head. Okay, who is my best self? If I'm being my best self, who is that? For me, that's being someone who's kind and compassionate and thoughtful and respectful and super present with everybody. I like the idea of doing that. This week, like everyone I've been around in the grocery store, just saying hi to random strangers, every person that I come in contact with, just trying to be kind and smile and say hello and small chit chat and just be present in the moment. And that makes me really like myself. I like that about myself when I do that. It makes me feel good. And I think that is the start of loving the inside so that I can love the outside. I just love the feeling of like, hey, maybe I'm brightening somebody's day. Maybe I'm making someone's day better. Like, you never know what's going on in people's lives. So sometimes just a smile or just small chit chat can like change the course of somebody's day. It feels good to feel like you're putting like goodness out in the world. I notice every time I gain weight, it's usually there's something going on internally. There's some sort of internal struggle going on. The cool thing about this is last week I was talking about how I've got to be thinking like a fit person now, imagining myself fit now. And the beauty is that I can be this ideal person who I want to be as my best self right now, whether I'm overweight or fit. Being this best person means being kind and compassionate and thoughtful of others. And I can do that no matter what my size is. And I think that just has to do with, you know, loving the inside first and then the outer shell follow suit. So this feels like, you know, I've been so wrapped up in all these different things going on in life and, you know, stress and work and all of this kind of stuff that I kind of lost focus of just who's my best self? Like who do I want to be if I'm my best self? And now it's funny how everything around me starts to change. Once I focus on that, everything else gets a little bit easier. Everything else feels a little bit better. And I'm down, what, 4 pounds this week? So y'all, I'm excited about this. I think that this may really be the key that I have been looking for. And if I lose weight and I gain it back, y'all remind me about the self-image thing, because I feel like, you know, last time I read this book, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, I learned that and then I forgot about it. So anyways. All right, so I ended this week at 191.4, so that puts me down 3.8 pounds this week and down 8.9 pounds so far. I feel like I'm finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Mwah.